Picture this. You're scrolling through old photos on your phone and suddenly you stop. There's a picture of you from 5 years ago and you think, wait, when did I start looking like my mom? Don't panic. We've all been there. Maybe you've been rocking the same hairstyle since the Clinton administration. Or perhaps you've fallen into what I call the safe haircut trap. You know, that generic cut that screams, I've given up on looking fabulous. You walk into salons and they automatically assume you want something age-appropriate, code for boring and matronly. Meanwhile, you're thinking, excuse me, I still listen to Taylor Swift and know what TikTok is. Thank you very much. You've probably experienced that cringe-worthy moment when the stylist starts suggesting cuts that would make your grandmother proud, but leave you looking like you've joined a religious order that forbids mirrors. Here's the brutal truth. Your hair is either making you look like a vibrant, confident woman who happens to be over 50, or it's making you look like you're auditioning for a role as concerned neighbor number 3 in a Lifetime movie. And honey, we're going for leading lady energy, not background extra vibes. Your hair should announce your arrival before you even speak, in the best possible way. But here's the plot twist. Aging gracefully doesn't mean accepting boring hair. In fact, some of the most stunning transformations I've ever witnessed happened to women who thought their best hair days were behind them. Spoiler alert, they weren't. I've seen women go from looking like they're president of the church bake sale committee to looking like they should be starring in their own Netflix series. I'm talking about complete metamorphoses that had their friends doing double takes and asking for their stylist's number. The difference? One strategic haircut that works with their features, not against them. And I'm not talking about spending your retirement fund at some fancy salon where they serve champagne and charge more than your car payment. These are smart, achievable cuts that any good stylist can execute, the kind of cuts that make you want to flip your hair dramatically every time you pass a mirror. Today, I'm revealing 5 game-changing haircuts that don't just make you look younger, they make you look like the upgraded premium version of yourself. We're talking about cuts that can shave off years, boost your confidence, and make people ask, what's your secret? And the best part? None of these require you to mortgage your house or spend 3 hours getting ready every morning. These are real-world solutions for real women who have lives to live and places to be. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's dive into the hairstyles that are about to become your new obsession. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be speed dialing your stylist and maybe even screenshotting pictures to show them exactly what you want. The science behind youthful hair. Before we jump into the fabulous 5, let's talk about why your hair has such power over how young you look. It's not just vanity. There's actual science here, and it's fascinating. Understanding this will help you make smarter choices about your next cut. As we age, our faces naturally change in predictable ways. We lose volume in our cheeks, our jawlines soften, and gravity starts winning the battle we didn't even know we were fighting. Our skin tone may shift subtly, and what once looked fresh and vibrant might now wash us out or make us appear tired even when we're feeling energetic. The bone structure that once provided natural definition may need a little help to maintain that youthful contour. But here's where strategic hairstyling becomes your secret weapon. Like Spanx for your face, but way more fun and infinitely more flattering. The right haircut creates what I call optical illusions of fabulousness. It's like having a personal lighting director and makeup artist built right into your hairstyle. Layers can lift your face visually, making everything appear more lifted and defined than it actually is. It's architectural engineering disguised as hairstyling. Volume at the crown creates the illusion of fuller hair and draws attention upward, away from any areas you'd rather not spotlight and toward your eyes, which are always your best feature. Face framing pieces can camouflage areas you're less confident about while highlighting your best features like a professional photographer's lighting setup. Think of your hairstylist as an architect for your face. They're not just cutting hair. They're creating structure, movement, and visual interest that works with your changing features, not against them. They're basically magicians with scissors, and we're absolutely here for it. A skilled stylist can use angle, length, and texture to create shadows and highlights that sculpt your face more effectively than any contouring palette. Here's something most people don't realize. Youthful hair isn't about copying what you had at 25. Those styles often looked great because of your skin's elasticity and natural coloring that may have changed over time. Instead, it's about understanding what works for you now and enhancing your natural beauty at this stage of life. And sometimes that means looking even better than you did in your 20s. Plot twist of the century, right? The key is working with your current hair texture, face shape, and lifestyle. Your hair might be finer now, or perhaps grayer, or maybe it has a different growth pattern than it used to. Embracing these changes rather than fighting them is the secret to looking authentically youthful, rather than like you're desperately clinging to your past. Haircut 1. The sophisticated shag. Let's start with a cut that's having a major moment. The sophisticated shag. Now, before you have flashbacks to questionable 1970s hair choices involving feathering and way too much Aquanet, hear me out. Today's shag is completely different. It's refined, elegant, and absolutely perfect for women over 50 who want to look effortlessly chic. This isn't your teenager's messy shag that required an entire can of texturizing spray and looked like you'd been caught in a windstorm. This is the grown-up, wine-drinking, knows-what-she-wants version. The sophisticated shag typically hits between the shoulders and collarbone, with strategic layers that create movement without chaos. It's structured enough to look polished but relaxed enough to seem effortless. The magic is in the layering technique. Unlike the choppy, disconnected layers of shags past, today's version features softer, more blended layers that create seamless movement. The layers are strategically placed to add volume where you need it most, typically around the crown and through the mid-lengths, while maintaining enough weight at the ends to prevent the dreaded triangle effect. Why does this work so well for women over 50? First, it adds instant volume to hair that may have lost some of its natural thickness over time. Those layers create body and bounce that makes fine or thinning hair look significantly fuller and more youthful. Second, the face-framing layers act like built-in contouring, softening harsh lines and drawing attention to your eyes and cheekbones, while minimizing any areas you'd prefer to downplay. The sophisticated shag also has incredible versatility built right in. You can wear it sleek and straight for professional settings, add some loose waves for a romantic dinner, or scrunch it up for a casual weekend look. It's like having a stylist on speed dial, except the stylist lives in your haircut. This cut is perfect if you have fine to medium hair texture, want something low maintenance that still looks intentionally styled, or you're tired of flat, lifeless hair that makes you look tired even when you're feeling fabulous. It's also ideal if you're dealing with some thinning around the crown. The layers disguise this beautifully while adding the illusion of thickness. Here's a styling tip that'll change your life. Scrunch some texturizing mousse into damp hair, then either air dry or use a diffuser. You'll get that effortlessly tousled look that says, "I woke up like this," even though we both know you didn't. For a more polished version, blow dry with a round brush, lifting at the roots for maximum volume. Haircut 2. The Power Bob. Next up is what I call the Power Bob. And yes, it's as amazing as it sounds. This is a chin-length bob with subtle layers that hits right at that sweet spot where it frames your face beautifully without overwhelming it. The Power Bob is like the little black dress of haircuts. It's classic, flattering, and works for almost every occasion. But unlike that dress you bought 10 years ago, this haircut actually gets better with age. What makes this cut so effective is its ability to create structure where time has softened things. That clean line at your jawline? It's like Instagram filter in haircut form. It defines and lifts your jaw, creating a more youthful silhouette. This cut works especially well if you have a round or square face shape, want something professional but not boring, or you're ready to make a statement without going too dramatic. The styling secret? Blow dry with a paddle brush, flipping the ends slightly outward instead of under. This creates lift and prevents that mom haircut look that we're definitely avoiding. Haircut 3. The Textured Pixie. Now, let's talk about the cut that requires the most courage but delivers the biggest payoff, the textured pixie. I know. You're thinking, I could never pull that off. But hear me out. A well-cut pixie with texture and movement is incredibly youthful and chic. It's like wearing confidence as a hairstyle. Plus, it has some practical benefits that might surprise you. First, it makes thin hair look thicker instantly. When you remove all that weight, fine hair has more natural volume and body. Second, it draws attention to your facial features. Your eyes, cheekbones, and smile become the stars of the show. This cut is perfect if you have good bone structure, want the ultimate low-maintenance style, or you're ready for a dramatic change that announces, new chapter, new me. The key to a youthful pixie is texture and movement. Avoid anything too sharp or geometric. You want soft, piecey layers that move naturally. And here's an insider tip. Ask for slightly longer pieces around the ears. They're incredibly flattering and prevent the cut from looking too severe. Haircut 4, the long layer revolution. For those who can't imagine parting with their length, let me introduce you to the long layer revolution. This isn't just adding a few layers to long hair. This is strategic, face-framing, youth-enhancing artistry. The key is starting the layers at your collarbone and having them frame your face beautifully. These layers create movement, reduce weight, and prevent that aging hippie look that can happen with hair that's too long and too heavy. Long layers work beautifully with curtain bangs, those soft face-framing bangs that part in the middle and sweep to the sides. They're like a gentle filter for your face, softening everything beautifully. This style is perfect if you love your length but want more movement. Have thick hair that feels heavy, or you want a versatile cut that looks great, both polished and casual. Styling tip. Use a large barrel curling iron to add loose waves, focusing on the layers around your face. This creates dimension and prevents the hair from looking flat or lifeless. Haircut 5. The modern midi. Finally, let's talk about the modern midi, a shoulder-length cut with attitude. This hits right at that perfect length between your collarbone and shoulders with layers that create shape and movement. What makes this cut special is its versatility. You can wear it sleek and straight for a polished look, add waves for texture, or tousle it for a more casual vibe. It's like having 3 different hairstyles in one cut. The modern midi works because it's substantial enough to feel feminine and flowing, but not so long that it drags your face down. The layers add movement and prevent it from looking too heavy or dated. This is perfect if you want something between short and long, love versatile styling options, or you're looking for a cut that works for both professional and casual settings. Styling secrets for youthful hair. Now that we've covered the cuts, let's talk about styling secrets that'll keep you looking fresh and youthful, because even the best haircut needs the right styling to reach its full potential. First, invest in a good volumizing mousse. Apply it to damp hair before styling. It's like a push-up bra for your hair. Second, don't overdo the heat styling. Too much heat can make hair look dry and damaged, which instantly ages you. Here's a game changer. Try braiding slightly damp hair before bed. When you wake up, you'll have natural-looking waves without any heat damage. It's like beauty sleep, literally. And remember, confidence is your best accessory. Whatever cut you choose, own it completely. There's nothing more youthful than a woman who feels fantastic about herself. Your next step. So there you have it, 5 haircuts that can turn back the clock and boost your confidence. Remember, the best haircut isn't necessarily the trendiest one. It's the one that makes you feel like the best version of yourself. If you found this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more style secrets, and drop a comment below. Which cut caught your eye? I read every single comment and love hearing from you. Until next time, keep being fabulous.